Hey, what's happening? Let's introduce ourselves. How's that sound? You go first.
Okay, I'm Callum, and I play Thomas in the movie.
Hey, I'm Kiersey. I play Mimi.
And I'm Marc Webb, the director of Only Living Boy in New York, and we're here at Facebook Live, doing some live Facebooking. It's very exciting. We're going to answer some questions. And, why don't you start, Kiersey?
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you the question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I feel like you should ask Mark this question, though, because this is...
Okay, that's good.
There's a better story, I feel.
Okay. What was your first reaction after reading the script?
Now that I have pressure, I'm going to make up some kind of thing. No, it was, I read it many, many years ago. It was written like 13 or 14 years ago, and I read it before I did my first movie, 500 Days of Summer, and I tried to get hired, and they laughed me out of the office. They didn't think I was, that I had enough experience, and so they then after I was doing some other movies, I called back up, and they had sent me the script again, and I got it. Then I attached, and but my first reaction to actually answer the question that was asked was I loved the opening, that relationship between WF and Thomas, and like the idea that we could sort of complete each other's sentences, and there was that sort of warmth mentorish kind of relationship. And I wish I knew somebody like that when I was 22 years old. I was also,
Was it the same? Was it the same script, or was it?
Well, it was different. Like the ending we changed the ending. What happens with you guys? I don't want to ruin it for people. What happened in the original draft? Something else happened.
Oh.
Yes. So, which felt a little weird, so we changed it.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What was your first reaction?
Oh, are we all answering?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Good.
I liked it.
What was the reaction, though? What was it?
Oh, my reaction was, I don't know. I feel like I was going through a lot of different emotions reading it, but I was thrilled, and I obviously, at the time that I read it, I already knew that you were doing it, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was an added thing for sure with you being on it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. My reaction was wow.
When did you first read it?
I read it maybe like June last year.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then when did we talk?
We talked
in
July.
Yeah, so it was pretty quick after.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
left me hanging for a bit.
I did. Well, we had to go through all of our, our processes.
Well, that's funny because you got left hanging first in the beginning. They were not letting you have
it's
it,
all
and they
about
left you hanging.
Yeah, but you got a call like
But
that.
I was just like,
You're like,
okay.
cha-ching. All right, so what was it like working with a cast that has this much experience? That's a good question for you guys.
It's kind of mad. I mean, I guess that those guys combined have like 150 years of work between them, and like you're working with big hitters that you've watched for years and years and years, and Jeff is obviously like a screen icon.
Yeah.
So it was a real beautiful.
And you had a lot of head-to-head time
we had
with
like
him.
a whole week of rehearsals, and then the first week was with Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kiersey came along, and then.
Me all these years that I just been out here just working.
Kiersey, the big heavy hitter. Yeah.
200 years.
That was a good answer. Let's do the next question.
All right, good.
Wait, you don't want to answer that?
Do we all have to answer all the
You don't have to
questions?
all.
That's a lot.
Do you know all of the lyrics to any Simon & Garfunkel songs?
I didn't. All
And
the
would you
lyrics,
like to sing a little bit?
No,
Would you
I don't
like
know
to sing
all
a
the
little
lyrics.
bit?
If you
Shine, shine, shine. Tom. Well, the song actually does inform the movie in a way, because the song was written by Paul Simon to Art Garfunkel, who was going to make Catch-22 with Mike Nichols, and his character's name was Tom, and that's where Thomas's name came from, and the last name Webb, which also happens to be my last name, it is not affiliated with me. It's not autobiographical in that way. I have slept with my father's mistress. But
Still up.
I shouldn't have.
I also
didn't want to give that up.
I never even thought that you guys had the same last name.
No, but it was based on the guy who wrote The Graduates. His name, his last name is Webb too. So, or
Really?
who wrote the novel. The screenplay was written by Buck Henry, but.
Big old
And there's also the line about taking your young man, you take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Which is kind of Thomas's get up of being too serious.
Yeah, and Visions of Johanna, which is also in the movie. There's that line. Yeah, there's another line like, what is
Dylan?
it?
That's Dylan. Right?
Yeah, that's the Dylan song. That like little boy lost. Takes himself so seriously.
Oh, it's the Dylan song. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah. All right.
Next one.
I liked that
beat.
question.
Do you have a favorite scene in the movie?
I think it's the scene with Mimi.
Which one?
I love the opening with you. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Oh, and the
cab stuff too. I mean, it's not my favorite scene, but it's my favorite.
The cab was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, yeah.
Where you get changed in the back of the cab. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. All my skills of changing in cars.
I like Jeff's scene at the end in the bar. I thought was good. We don't want to give it away, but like I thought it was a good moment. He just killed that. He murdered that scene. All right, next one. What's your favorite thing about New York City?
Walking.
Pizza.
They're two completely separate.
You're from LA. I'm from London. I walk everywhere.
I know.
You could walk and have pizza, and
At
then
the
your
same
life
time.
would just.
That's my point.
Doesn't like pizza when I walk
I do. That's my point, though, is that we can walk and eat pizza at the same time. I can't do that in LA.
I got to get this little thing off of your.
I'm glid you're doing that because he has something right here, but I didn't want people to be like, "Why are you touching Callum's
Can you
mouth?"
groom me too?
It was like the popcorn.
There you go. All right, thank you.
Wait, what was that? Pistachio.
I think I love eating
Were you
here. I love eating.
pistachios?
I love eating.
It was a
What do I
little.
know?
They wouldn't have seen it from over there, so it's not like I left you hanging there.
All right, so we'll go to the next one.
No, I'm nervous about
No, there's nothing else there.
What's your least favorite thing about New York?
The smells sometimes?
So, like, yes, there's some pretty brutal smells.
Like
down
when
by
you're walking, you're
Riverton,
huffing and puffing, and then you pass trash, and you're like, ooh.
When you
Or
pass
shit.
trash.
Or when you just pass, like, just
I'm
the
gonna
smell of
use
human
pass,
poop.
Pass trash. I think it sounds something like it's a euphemism for something. Did you pass trash? Did you pass trash?
Again.
Trash, dude?
Again.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think that's
What's your least favorite thing about New York?
least favorite thing about
As
New
a
York?
resident.
Smells are rough. I don't know. I have a very romantic attachment to New York. It's hard for me to think of anything that is too rough about it.
Right, because all the pieces make it what it is. I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there is sometimes there can be like a little bit of a snobbery, which it's part of the movie in a way.
Yeah.
That is a little bit frustrating. But I also there's part of that I like too. I have very complicated feelings.
Just wanted to
No,
go
I
on to the
hear
next
you.
question.
Let's get
I like, yeah. If someone asked you to describe the only living boy in New York as blank meets blank or X meets Y, what would you choose? I wanted to read it so I didn't have to answer it because it was too long.
That's yours, Mark.
I would say it is Milk Money with Ed Harris meets Step Brothers with Will Ferrell, and
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I mean, people.
I hate
there is
those
like
questions.
there is. Yeah, I think there's references, but I would get killed for making those having delusions of grandeur.
Right, okay.
Yeah, by assorted people. If you were to describe them in 3 words, what would they be? Now we all have to do this.
In one word each?
No, three words.
Well, that's cute.
One word each. Okay.
One word each. Young. It's got to go in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm making rules here.
Okay, I got you. Sexy.
Melodrama.
With a hyphen.
I like.
One word.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was a good.
Young,
3.
sexy melodrama. That's kind of cool.
That was real good.
I'll take that.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I like melodramas. It is kind of a soap
do like
opera.
yeah.
It's like
There's
sort
a
of.
lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
But
a lot
it's
of like
young
crazy
at the same
situations.
time, and it's sexy.
Yeah.
So really, go see.
Go see it.
Go see it.
That's what we're here for.
No, we didn't do.
All right. Fan questions.
questions.
Read out loud, please! Exclamation point.
On both.
Karen Lomelli. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but that's what I'm going to say. Karen Lomelli asks, "Hey Karen, how you doing? Have any of the cast members worked together before?" Well, Pierce and Jeff did Mirror Who Has Two Faces. I know that. And I don't know if Cynthia had done any of the other movies. I don't know. Other than that, I think that's. Did you work with anybody?
Nope.
I hadn't worked with anybody. I really wanted to work with Wallace Shawn.
Yes, I was going to say that.
That was
actually.
cool. He's
T-Rex.
kind of worked with everybody, yeah.
He's the voice of T-Rex.
Yes, from Toy Story. Also, My Dinner with Andre, many Woody Allen films. He's makes a cameo in the movie. All right. Robert James, the man with 2 first names. Any word of advice for aspiring actors and filmmakers? Actors.
Keep going
Yeah.
and watch films.
Keep going and watch films.
And study people, though.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
and
yeah.
watch people.
Oh, that's interesting. Where did you learn that advice?
Oh, that's just what I do.
That's what you do.
I mean, I like movies, but I watch people more than I watch movies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just where'd you go?
intriguing.
No, like, I think just because I moved around a lot when I was a kid, and so instead of, I just at one point was like, I don't want to meet all you people and make new friends, so I'm just gonna watch all from the corner instead.
Lucky you moved around, because if you stayed in one place just doing that, you just have no friends.
I would,
Just still be there in
I would
the
have
corner
just had
right now.
no friends in the corner right now. No. Yeah, like people watch.
I think that's interesting. I do like when you're in the editing room, you're often looking at tiny little nuances of behavior to see what feels, what matches the tone of the film that you're making. And
Hidden camera shows are good for that as well, actually.
Yeah,
you get people's reactions in a pressurized situation, but then it's just a joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is interesting. That's a great way to look at it.
Filmmakers, directors.
Watch film.
Filmmakers. I think, to me, advice for filmmakers, something I would say is, like, you have to be, I think it's okay to be really self-critical, but as long as you're not self-loathing. You have to have an honest opinion of your work, as long as it doesn't dismantle you, as long as you don't take yourself too personally, if that makes sense. Because you can, it's very easy to get paralyzed by fear and insecurities, but at the same time, you don't want to live in a bubble where you're not aware of how your work is being interpreted, and you want to stay in touch with that. So that's my advice to you. And keep making stuff.
Keep making stuff.
Brandon Barry, is this refreshing filming something original and not a remake or a sequel? It's so much fun. I mean, the last, I spent a lot of time making superhero movies. I did a couple Spider-Man movies, and then afterwards I really wanted to make something, some small movies. So I did a movie called Gifted and Only Living Boy in New York. We did them very quickly, and they were really simple. We had so much fun on set with the cast. It was a really blast. It was really a blast for me with both those movies, and it was very nourishing to be sort of left alone and do something small and intimate. And we would spend time. I mean, we would spend time rehearsing, and then we could just kind of rework these scenes as we saw fit, and it was a really pleasurable experience.
And also you had a playlist too, which added to the mood.
Oh yeah,
I love that. I always talk about
I still listen to that playlist. Moondog, Birds Lament.
Yeah, that was fun. Moondog is an artist. He doesn't end up making in the soundtrack, but he is a really interesting story about. He was like 6'4". Kind of, people thought he was homeless, but he's a blind man who invented his own instruments, and Jeff is obsessed with him, but he creates such eclectic and interesting music.
Where's he from? Is he American?
Yeah, he was born in Wyoming, and then he's since passed away, but then he was a musical genius, but nobody really knew who he was, and then he was kind of discovered by this woman from Germany. He had a sort of a second act of a career in Germany. Paula DeLong asks, in what ways did the story/film affect you during filming? In what ways did the story/film affect you during filming?
I think the scenes with Cynthia, who plays my mom, was quite hard because I have a close relationship with my mom. So dealing with that, it was it was bringing up a lot of stuff.
Interesting.
It's quite heavy.
That was a good scene at the end of the movie, I thought.
Yeah.
Sweet. What about you?
I realized I always try to separate myself from the person that I'm playing. Whenever I read something, I'm looking for the differences. And in this, I thought I saw the differences, and then we're filming, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I have so much in common, when it comes to confusion and just almost just because everyone keeps saying how Mimi doesn't know what she wants.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants. She just wants all of it.
Yeah,
it's not fair to other people.
Yeah, but we've all been there. It's I think it's an identifiable moment in life.
That's
so
me.
Is that what you want? You want
everything?
All of it?
All the things.
You'll get everything. That's the crazy thing. I think, to me, the theme of the movie, there's a relationship with honesty and being honest. I think that Thomas is even though he deceives himself and deceives for a moment other people around him, I think that when I think about the story, I think about it's kind of a quest for honesty in some way, and to be open with the people around you.
Well, the ability to be honest with yourself too, and
it takes a certain amount of courage and sacrifice, and that's I always. It's an interesting thing to. There are degrees of honesty, and I thought a lot about that when we were making the movie. So I think we have time for one more question. Jimmy Bjorklund. Bjorklund, have you ever expressed uncertainty in your own acting, and how did you get past it? These guys are wells of confidence. There's no insecurity whatsoever.
No, the story of Jeff and I when we first met, and one of the first conversations was about being nervous.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I was nervous, and I was like, man, it's Jeff Bridges, I can't tell him that I'm nervous. So I told him I was really nervous. And he went, me too, man, me too. And we had this huge conversation, and well, his nerves come out in his hair, right? It's just the thing with his hair. And he put a little surfboard in his hair before takes, just to like play with it. And I think you just got to go through, you know, you just got to go through it.
Yeah, Jeff says his anxiety tends to, he expresses it through uncertainty about his hair.
Yeah.
He's like, he gets really nervous on the first day about his hair. His hair looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, his hair
Best
is
hair
sick.
going,
Best
man.
He
hair.
has the greatest hair
Of all time. But it's funny that how the nerves do come out.
Yeah.
They come out sideways, because if you're not aware of them, he's aware of his nerves, so he can control them, he can understand them and nurture them into a way of being kind to them.
Yeah, he doesn't try to repress them.
Yeah, he lets them come out, and then and then.
I think that level of awareness is probably one of the reasons why he's such a great actor, is that he's like, I'm cataloging how this feels, and he can go and refer to that later on, and it's
Yeah, you learn so much about yourself. You're the one that pointed out to me that I giggle when I like am getting through a line. That even is just like makes me like nervous.
I didn't want to make you nervous. It's just
No, you pointed out that when I get nervous, or when I'm like, even just in a moment that I feel is so like I'm so there, I'll like just like get like lost and like giggle because I
interesting.
damn.
I do that too. I rub my face a lot. I have like little tics.
Right.
I'm like, so it's a way to express my nervousness, or I put my hand on my bald spot is the other thing that I do. Which is
to cover it.
Me too.
So I'm like, even in bed, I'm like this, like so no one will see it now. I'm like, it's a weird tick I have, but all right, I think that's it. Do we have any more things we got to do? We're good. All right, thank you.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye.